Do an intro video. That's going to be good. Hello. Hello, darlings. I'm just learning my new stream. I apologize. My restream. Is that the, no, I'm not on restream anymore. I'm in StreamYard, which is more expensive by about $30. But you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. How is everybody in beautiful, beautiful TV land? I guess we don't, what do we call it? We call it, what kind of land is this? YouTube land, right? Is that it? Yes. Well, how are you, munchkins? Should I come closer? That might be nice. Get a little bit closer. Okay, and virtual background. Yes, that is correct. Yes. To build the impossible, what is it? To reach the impossible dream, to build the impossible. How's that song go? I feel like that's me with computers. To reach the impossible. Yeah. That thing in human beings where we're always striving. Yes, we're always, okay. I got to check the stream now. I apologize. You know the routine. I got to make sure. Oh, right. Oh my God, that looks fantastic. Aren't you guys glad I switched? Oh my goodness. I got room to breathe. How are you guys doing? So listen, are you guys, can you believe this? Elon drops Epstein bombshell on Trump, just coming out with Adam Mockler. So let's talk about this. First off, hello everyone. How you doing? My name is Whimsy. We get together, we drink coffee, we read the tarot, we talk politics. Sometimes we give personal readings. I'm starting to give more personal readings because I'm trying to get super chats. You know what those super chats are? Yeah. So if I give personal readings, then I'm more likely to get a super chat that it pays for my trip to Merida. Am I pronouncing that right? Anyway, I'm going to Merida. They say the worst time in the world to go to Merida is May and June because it's so dang hot. And I was thinking of moving there, right? I was thinking, oh, what happened to my life? I was thinking of moving there and it already died. I don't need it. Anyway, actually that looks pretty good just like that. That's just from the sun. And I just have one light, but I think that looks pretty good. What do you guys think? Yeah, so I'm going to Merida next week. So yeah, just to be aware, I will be allowing for personal readings. If people make small donations, that's great. It helps with the trip. And those pesky Portland taxes, municipal taxes, state taxes. I was meditating on taxes, and I was meditating on the rising state taxes in Oregon to take care of social welfare programs, and how those of us that are functional, those of us that can work, are expected to pay for all the people that are disabled, getting food stamps, free food, free healthcare, etc. And I am a liberal, so I support that. But here's what I don't support. I want to be very clear about this. I don't support red states dumping their mentally ill, homeless drug addicts on the state of Oregon, the state of Washington, and the state of California, because will help these people. It wouldn't be bankrupting us. It wouldn't be costing me so much money if I wasn't paying for the homeless from Texas, paying for the homeless from Alabama, Arkansas, Florida. A lot of the time when I go and I volunteer to help the homeless, I find out most are from other states and they've come here to get benefits. So the problem is not bleeding heart liberals and Democrats. It's heartless conservatives that are not doing their fair share to help the vulnerable, and they're dumping it on me. And that's what pisses me off. I don't have a problem as a democratic socialist doing my part to help the vulnerable and the needy. That is in keeping with my values. We will all need help one day. We will all be poor one day. We will all be vulnerable one day. And that is the cycle of life. That is how you build community. We take care of one another. What I'm angry about, as somebody who's leaving Oregon for this reason, is I'm angry that the conservatives have done this and are cutting federal spending for vulnerable adults, putting the pressure on the state of Oregon. That pisses me. It's not my job to take care of all these red states that gave up personal responsibility for their citizens. So just go over to Anderson's house. Just go. Whimsy will feed you, right? Because you know I will. Whimsy is the most compassionate person in the world. That's what my ex-husband said. Whimsy is the most compassionate person in the world. Not anymore, I'm not. The Bank of Whimsy is closed. Well, you're insane, right? So once you cut off the predator or the parasite, once you cut them off, you're no longer the most compassionate person in the world. Now you're an evil, crazy person, right? That's the other thing with this type of mentality. They'll be your friend so long as they get something from you, right? And the problem with state and federal law is that as we cut federal spending, the liberals will do everything in their power to save these programs. And that means that everybody's going to move to liberal states. And then the conservatives can complain about how screwed up our states are when we absorb all of your refugees. They're refugees. Washington State, Oregon, and California, we take in American refugees. People keep talking about the foreigners at the border. No, these are American citizens that are refugees from Mississippi and Florida and Alabama and Texas. All these conservative states, and they can't get basic care. They're mentally ill, which is not their fault. When you have severe chronic mental illness, you may never get well. And this is something that a lot of people have a hard time coming to terms with. There are people that will never be able to work. Not because they're evil, not because they're out to get you. They're mentally ill. They need to be in housing programs. They need to have their medication monitored because they're sick. We don't dump our ill and sick. And the worst part is that this is the Bible Belt. These are the fake Christians. The fake Christians. The fake Christians of the Bible Belt forcing mass refugees to flee their states because they can't get medical care, which is a right. How do you know when a society is going to collapse? When it cares more about money than its citizens, right? So we have to acknowledge that. And because I was asked, well, you're a liberal, why are you leaving Oregon? I am more than prepared to pay my fair share to help my fellow citizen I've struggled with mental health challenges. I've struggled with health challenges, and helped me. I'm not doing so good right now. If you turn your back on your fellow human being, you lose your humanity. And we don't want to lose our humanity now, do we? We want to keep our humanity. Anyway, great to see you all. We are having coffee and conversation. My name is Whimsy. Be sure and share, like the stream. We're going to go ahead. We'll do the Empath prayer. The Empath prayer is a prayer that's been created by everyone and no one. We really don't know who created the Empath prayer. It evolved from the request of you, the audience, that we add a prayer. You asked that we add a prayer before we give readings, and you had specific requests for what you wanted us to pray for. And from those requests, a prayer was constructed. And that prayer came to be known as the Empath prayer, which is now famous. So you guys did a really good job. I personally did not write the Empath prayer. Consequently, the empath's prayer is owned by nobody. It is free to republish and has been, and I think that's absolutely great because it doesn't belong to anybody. It is created by the soul and the needs of the people, for the people, by the people, right? And we like that. All right. So without further ado, we'll go ahead. We'll do the empath's prayer. And if you would like to receive a healing at this time, please give us your name or the name of someone else you want us to pray for, and we will pray for them so that they receive a healing as well. I'll be back, by the way, at 5 o'clock for Hot Topics, but I thought I would just come on, have a cup of coffee. I am having an amazing cup of coffee, a beautiful cup of Pete's Major Dickinson. I have it every morning with 2 heaping teaspoons of sugar. This is like a 16 ounce, I think, right? So that's still a lot of sugar. I'm trying to cut down on my sugar. I don't know about the rest of you. But, yeah, the Bible Belt. The Bible Belt is the most heartless part of the country. It's like these people are fleeing the Bible. They're coming in from Texas left and right, man. It must be expensive in Dallas. It must be expensive in Houston because they're all coming over here. All right, let's do the empath's prayer. Okay. I want to call on white light protection for myself and this community as we ask permission from Spirit to access the Akashic records. We call on our spirit guides and our good angels to be with us. Please give us the clarity and the wisdom that is needed to empower all of us on our journey to make the best decisions for ourselves, our families, the planet, the people we love, but also to help those that we may have strife with. And together collectively as a community, we say, Amen. And for those of you who came here today to receive a healing for yourselves and those you love, we collectively pray that you receive a perfect healing in mind, body, and in spirit. And together again, we say, Amen, Amen, Amen. May all souls be healed. May all souls be healed. Well, let's turn the camera around and say hi to all of you and find out what you're doing, what you're eating, what you're drinking, where you're coming from. Say hi to the group. Let's get to know who you are. Okay, we got Anna Martinez. The beautiful Anna is in the house. Oh my goodness, I'm shook so much. Yeah, is going on today. Leon stock falling. He posted it would not have won if it wasn't for him. So much tea. Yikes. Yeah, so this is kind of what we saw. And nobody ever gives us credit when the readers get it right. And the readers get it right most of the time. Everybody always points out when they get things wrong. But I would say my group of readers is usually pretty darn good. But this is something that we saw when we went into the energy was, also the last couple of days that things were going bad for Trump, that things could not continue, that this relationship would end, and that Elon had dirt on Trump. And it was like he had bought Trump off of Putin. It was really like buying somebody's debts, but also it was like a prostitute with a pimp. That was kind of how I felt. I don't know. How do y'all feel about that relationship? Trump and Elon Musk, weren't they there for Thanksgiving? And I just remembered feeling when I saw the pictures that it was almost as if he had purchased somebody. That was my first feeling when I had seen those images. Maybe you all had seen something different. Let's see, do I have it here? Yeah, here we go. It's almost like The guy on the left owns the guy on the right. You know, it's not that Elon Musk likes Donald Trump. It's that Donald Trump owed hundreds of millions of dollars. And so this billionaire comes in and says, I'll pay your debts off. And now I own you. And it reminds me very much of human trafficking. You know, it reminds me very much of human trafficking in the sense that this is the world that they come from. They come from the world of human trafficking. And the, I don't know what you would call it, but it's that world of everything is for sale, everybody is for sale. And you think about Trump, what was it, the Trump Modeling Agency? Was that what it was called? I don't know. You think about the Trump Modeling Agency and all this other stuff that was going on, and you wonder how much was buried from the original story of yeah, like you wonder if Trump himself was involved in human trafficking through Trump Modeling Agency, right? So what starts to happen when you see this kind of imagery, you know, for me as an empath and a remote viewer, just being open to, okay, I'm going to be open to receiving this energy and see what comes up. And what comes up is a feeling that this person was in debt, this person had a problem, and he was basically bought. So this is a world where people are bought and sold, and you have to work off debt. So now he's got a new person who owns him. And now instead of it being Putin, he's now owned by Elon Musk. And now he has to perform like a dancing seal. I'm going to get my money's worth. So I don't know. That's kind of how it looked to me. And he was holding a lot of dirt. Elon was holding a lot of dirt for you guys want to talk about this? I mean, but I felt that it was a case of, you know, Elon had dirt on him. Elon paid his debts off, worked out some deal with Putin, took him over, and now he's Elon's property. You're going to bark when I say bark. You're going to do what I tell you to do. And if you don't do what I tell you to do, there's going to be consequences. Well, what happened? Inevitably, somebody was going to break the rules. Inevitably, you know, this is not a guy. It's not easy for somebody like this to follow the rules. You know what I mean? All right. Yeah. So Leon's stock is, the popcorn we've got. Is that what is that what the readers are saying? Grab your popcorn. Is Linda Comanche? She says that a lot. To dream the impossible dream. Yes. I'm looking pretty. Oh, thank you. I brushed my hair. It sometimes happens. Yes. Okay. Sadiqa. Hello, ma'am. My question is, will my husband reunion with me or not? We did this reading for you already, and the answer was no, that he has somebody else, and that we gave that reading already. It's time to move on because you're being used. If he shows up, also he's hiding his money. So the only reason he would come back is to take something more from you. So the advice from Spirit was to move on and save yourself and to protect yourself from him because he's a very selfish person. Sorry, but that's what it said. I feel the same way, although we've been told we are too cold up here. I don't know. Seattle is the second highest homeless population in the United States, right? Or is it second or third? Number one is New York. Number two is Los Angeles. Number three is LA. Number 4 is Washington, D.C., and number 5 is Portland, Oregon. I can't take it anymore. And I'm a liberal. But don't create, this is triage, what's going on here and in Los Angeles. It's like a war zone. People dying all over the place. They've got triage they're opening up. They opened up sports arenas in downtown Los Angeles to treat all of the wounded, all of the sick, all of the dying that have been dumped on the, it's like revenge. Here you go. Here's more of our mentally ill, our insane, our drug addict. We're just going to dump them on California. I mean, the truth of the matter is we should be able to legally charge those states with abandon. You don't abandon your citizens because they're having a rough time. You take care of your damn problems. They keep talking about how the liberals are living in a fantasy world and get a goddamn job and blah, 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 blah. You know, these are your citizens. Texas, Alabama, Tennessee, Florida. I had a guy come in. I was having a sandwich at the restaurant up the street, and a homeless guy came in. He had no shoes. And I think I gave him money. I wanted to get him some shoes, and he said that was okay. I said, "Where are you coming from?" He said, "Florida." He had hitchhiked to get out of there because nobody would help him in Florida. He couldn't get work. His family kicked him out. So guy had no shoes. I think I gave him $10, bought him some food, and asked him will you let me get you some shoes? He's like, "No, I'm cool. Can I borrow your cell phone?" And I let him borrow my cell phone to call people in Boulder who he knew to get help. But it was just like, they know they can come, and we will help them. Of course, God, he's a fellow human being. Of course, I'm going to help him. But, you know, where is your humanity in these other states? For God's sakes, this kid, probably in and out of foster homes his entire life. You expect this kid to be functional now? You had parents. Help these people, for crying out loud. Who are you? What are you? Don't tell me you're a Christian. You're not a Christian. You're a parasite. Oh my gosh. I don't know what TACO stands for, but I know it has something to do with Trump. So can one of y'all explain to me what TACO stands for? Because I do not know. Where'd my cards go? I thought I just had them here. Oh my. Hold on. Okay, the future of taco. Chickens out, isn't it? Chickens out. Trump something chickens. Trump always chickens out. Is that it? Trump always chickens out? Okay. All right, Trump's future. He's toast. It doesn't. I just always see exhaustion when I go into Trump's energy. I'll do a blitz. 5 of Swords. Here is the message from Elon Musk. Don't forget who owns you. Don't forget who owns you. It's not just me that owns you. It's the billionaires. It's the millionaires. We have an agenda, and you need to remember that. 5 of Swords is to take the weapons of war away from your enemy. So what Elon Musk is saying to Donald Trump right now is the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. 5 of Swords. You're my bitch. Kind of a thing going on here with this. It's interesting. It's an interesting kind of a feeling because everything is always chaos with these people. All right. 2-time in, off with another family, off with another group. So I think that what happens sometimes with people that are bought and sold is that they make too many promises. You know, they make too many promises. They have too many commitments. They have too many people that Trump promises everybody something. 10 of Cups in the opposition would be another family, another partnership, another relationship. He's off swinging with somebody else. So he may be promising MAGA one thing. Remember, Elon Musk said that MAGA was brain damaged idiots. Right? He has no respect for MAGA. He thinks these people are complete retards. I mean, he's used terms like, that's not me talking. He's used these words to attack. And it's starting that rift between MAGA and Elon Musk. It was never stable. It was never a stable rift. He was always in bed with somebody else. And to have the people with money come in and the party's over, 5 of Swords, we can get rid of you in a heartbeat and bring in Vance. I washed my microphone, by the way. Thank you guys who suggested, because every time I would go like this, I'd start coughing from the dander. So I washed it, and I'm a little bit better now. Yeah, there was dander coming off of it, and it would just drive me crazy. Dander and pieces of stuff from the cat. So yeah, last night I washed it with dish soap. It helped a lot. All right, so 10 of Cups. So he's off. He's trying to make other people happy. There's Trump. So Elon Musk is concerned. He is concerned that this individual he's concerned about the president. He's concerned that the original contract is not being honored. And now they're thinking I'm responsible. They're blaming me, Elon Musk, for the fact that you went off and did whatever you like with those other people. He's got this love affair going on. So the concern for Musk and the investors is Trump. So this is, look, what he is saying very clearly, Elon Musk, in this remote is that we have a backup plan, we have a plan B, and anytime you're playing with this kind of money, this kind of power, you'd better have a plan B and you'd better have a backup. And we do. We did not go into this without a backup plan because we knew who this guy was. We got you in and we can get you out. It's no skin off my back because I own Vance too. You don't go into this without a plan B. That's what Elon Musk is saying. We always had it. From the very beginning, we had a plan B because we knew he was going to try and pull something. The Empress is coming. So here is one of those rare moments where I agree with Elon Musk. It doesn't happen very often. But what Elon Musk is saying is to free up the creativity, which is the Empress. And that's wealth, the treasure trove. So he's right. We're going to be bankrupted. This is $2.5 trillion more debt if we sign this. So it's the treasure trove tied up in knots. We overextended ourselves. He's right. Look at this love affair. He's off with somebody else. Look at that. His behavior is foolish and reckless. Trump's behavior is foolish and reckless. Ooh, la, 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 la. He put Elon in a situation where Elon had no choice. Elon's going to take legal action against him if he doesn't honor his contract. Yeah. He has to honor what his original contract was or what his original deal was to the people that, and Elon has a point because a lot of people voted for Trump because he was supposed to get the deficit down. So what Musk is saying here is actually quite legitimate, but we have divorce happening. You know, justice is when the courts come in. It could also signify righting an injustice. And the treasure trove that ever overflows is the Empress. And so I'm assuming it's the congressional budget. I love the fact that they use the Eight of Swords. We've talked a lot about the Eight of Swords the last couple of weeks, where people are feeling overextended with their time and their bills, etc. And the fact that Elon Musk is feeling that I actually, again, maybe he got off the drugs and he's starting to come back to the Democratic Party. Wouldn't that be great? But Elon is showing us our future if we don't freaking get control of this. I mean, this is not good, you guys. This is not good. And this is the treasure trove. This is our money. This is our bank. So no, I told you guys, this bill is not going through. I got it right. I should get my Flopsy and start singing. I got it right. I got it right. I got it right. Woo-hoo. I got to bring my jamboree out. I got a jamboree here for us. You guys know I got jamboree for us, right? I got it right. I got it right. I got it right. Woo-hoo. I got it right. Just a little bit of annoyance. I only get to do it for 30 seconds. All right. Jamboree, party time, yes. So basically what the remote said was that they would have a falling out, that he was bought, that he was being controlled, that they have a plan B, and that they're going to get rid of this guy. It's already moving towards legal action. And it's Vance all the way, baby. It's time for them to take out Trump, which is also what we expected. So that'll be interesting. My question to you: what is the end result of a circular firing squad? And why did it take so long from the remotes that we did 7 years ago, where it said that Mitch McConnell was the one that had to take out the beast? So the beast is back again. So what is that telling us as readers? It's telling us that Mitch McConnell didn't do his job. He was supposed to be Sir Lancelot, the frightened knight, and cut the head off the beast. But he didn't do his job, even though he knew he was supposed to, because he thought that I can work with this guy because I'm getting, it's all about the courts. It's all about the courts. It's all about the courts. And now he's realizing what? He cannot escape his destiny. He cannot escape his destiny. And so where do we find ourselves? Right back where we were 4 or 5 years ago. Mitch McConnell, it's time. It's time to cut the head off the beast. It didn't happen, Hannah Sarah. My Hebrew name's Hannah Sarah. It didn't happen, Whimsy. Then it will happen now, because that is always the destiny. You know, it's this is like reincarnation, isn't it? You know, this is like reincarnation in the sense that the first time you screwed it up the last time. Let's try it again. How fast can you get this guy out of there with Article 25? How long is it going to take for you to convince the people that Vance is your guy? How long will it take you before you're able to manipulate the general public into going along? Well, they've got Twitter, X, they've got Fox. All they have to do is the people that own Fox and the people that own Twitter and the people that own Newsmax and all these other right wing, those are the billionaires. They need to have a little powwow and take him out using and that is the power of the media. They built this monster and now they're going to deconstruct him. Yeah, so it's also interesting, the taco thing, because calling him taco, because it makes him look weak, and that in and of itself is, something he's going to have to respond to, right? Is Trump making these phone calls to Putin and Cheng, or is someone else? Let's take a look at his phone calls and his communications with Putin and she. Trump's relationship on the phone with Putin and Xi. Thank you, John. Much appreciation for that donation. Remember, we've talked about the fact that it's inevitable that, NATO has to march on Moscow. If they cannot get control of this guy, this is beyond Trump. Trump has no power. Trump has no ability to change this situation. Trump has no power and no ability whatsoever to change the situation. It's cut in stone because it is much bigger than a president. It is the trade routes. The trade routes, right? Trillions and trillions of dollars in trade by billionaires and trillionaires who are trying to get their trade out. They don't care about Trump. Trump is just some actor. If you are going to block our trade or you're going to block our agenda, you're out. And so all we have to do is use the media to destroy you. It's really simple. So you have, again, the divorce card, the court card, or justice coming in would suggest that Trump's days are limited. He can't stop the fact that NATO is going to march on Washington if they can't get control of Putin. It's going to happen because they want their damn trade. This was decided. They decided to take out Putin before December of 2023. We know that, right? We know that before December of 2023, they were already thinking of taking this turkey out, right? Because we did remotes, right? We did remotes, and the remotes, let me see if I can show you guys that. Here it is. So take a look at this. This is how it will most likely go down, right? Is the visuals okay on that? Maybe I'll get you a better one. I got a couple copies of this. That looks like it's hard to read. Let me see if I can find you another one. This one looks good. This is this copy I sent to Daniel. Let's see here. Let's see, does this work? Oh, it's too big? Oh dear. Seeing this. Yeah, I don't think I have. It's for whatever reason, it's not. But basically the takeaway, is this it? The takeaway is, oops, I guess I can't do it. It's too big of a file. The takeaway from the readings is that he's not long for this world. Trump, or Putin, because it's costing the powers that be too much money. Yeah, there's a power vacuum here. You can see the magician being the opposition, which would be Putin and Xi. Though I feel like Xi is missing, or Xi could be taken out. They're talking about a coup against Xi in China, and that feels really like it's possible. And then the hope and fear here, and then the final outcome, the world. So inevitably, the West wins. You know, you can see the West coming in, justice for the world, Hierophant. Putin is crazy. You know, what's interesting about Putin is that he will not listen to reason. He will not listen to logic. He will not listen to anything other than what he wants for himself. And he will do whatever he wants to do. Yeah. Oh, hi, Geocosmic. Wendy Burt. Hi, Wendy. Musk says Trump is in the Epstein files, which is why they haven't been made public. Let's talk about the Epstein files and whether or not that will, they've been holding on to that for years. Is now the time for them to expose him? Because they've got all the tapes. The Israelis have copies. Seven of Wands, defending his territory. In a way, this guy just wants to go out, fine, I'll leave and go play golf. You know, am I going to get paid? Opposition, there it is, Trump. Hopes and fears, anger, lack of control, final outcome for Trump. He's out. You guys want to talk about it? He was dumped. They were holding on to dirt, and when he failed to do what they wanted, they removed him. That's what the cards are saying. Because, you know, he was happy. He got his bills paid, but the inevitable, oh, yeah, he's finished. Look at that. Look, they take the power, and look at him. Look at Trump. This is Trump's card. Look at that. Look at this battle of power. Oh my God, this is so cold. They just picked him to shreds. Buzzards. They picked his bones clean. That's what they're saying. God. What a horrible ending. Look at that. Look at these scholars up. Look at the scholars. Look at him. Look at this juxtaposition. He's losing control. The scholars are just calmly picking. Very, that psychopaths are so calm, and we're all, he's a psychopath. And then we look crazy, right? But they're just calm. And that's what's so horrifying about psychopaths. But you look at this energy coming in. They get rid of him, and they do it until they write him off. Yeah, Trump's probably going to be removed. If he doesn't die from a disease, they'll take him out. Those cards, they're ready. They're preparing to take him out. Absolutely. I liked, it was interesting to hear what Elon Musk said in the remote, because what he basically said is that you don't come into a business deal like this without a backup plan. Oh, we have a backup plan. I'm not going to put this kind of money on this guy without a backup plan. I have I'm a smart businessman. I got a backup plans, right? So they're just going to go with their backup plan. Interesting. They're saying that they could pick a female VP with Vance. Oh, maybe it's Gwen Stefani. Is that how you say her name? I'm seeing Vance becoming president, and they're going to grant him a female VP. We've never had it. Oh, yeah, we've had one. Yeah, Harris. Let's look at Vance. Let's look at Vance, because I'm feeling like Vance is coming in, and I'm seeing a female next to him. I'm wondering if that's Gwen Stefani. Yeah, Vance. 6 months. Vance could be in the White House as soon as 6 months. That surprises me. But it goes back to other people's predictions that he would not stay long. Strife is around him. Quick strife. There he is again. He's the issue. He's the concern. Anybody surprised by this? Because I am. I am surprised by this. I didn't think it would be this brutal, and it would end this badly and this quickly. Yeah, the truth is coming out. Look, it's inevitable. There's Archangel Michael, right? So he fights the devil and wins by exposing the truth. Gwen Stefani is a singer. Elise Stefanik, yes, thank you. I keep getting them wrong. Elise Stefanik is the politician. Gwen Stefani is the singer. Elise Stefanik, yes, thank you. I do that all the time. She must hate that people mix them up. Yeah, Elise Stefanik could be the next VP under Vance. So I'm feeling this female around him, next to him, his right-hand person. Yeah, smooth waters lay ahead for the nation. There's the war. Knight of Wands, charge, en garde. Swiftly it happens. Eight of Wands and en garde. The Knight of Wands. See that? Look at this. Guarantees of many years of smooth waters for us. Over Trump, he defends his rights. Seven of Wands. And the final outcome for Trump is that which is hidden will be revealed. Over Archangel Michael. Ouch, ouch, ouch. It's all going down. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? The High Priestess. That which is hidden will be revealed. Archangel Michael. The truth will be the truth against the devil. Oy va boy va boy. Oy va boy va boy, as my people would say. Oh, is Elon posting again? Hi, Elon. I don't think Elon Musk has a crush on me anymore. I heard through the grapevine he had a little crush on me back in the day. When I wrote The Rebuild, he got a little crush on me. But then he lost his crush when he heard me attacking him on YouTube, I think. It was a temporary crush. But in case he still watches the show, come back to the Democratic Party. Repent. Get off the drugs. I won't date you, but I'll be your doctor. No, you can see truth is coming out. I know. We had such a fun flirtation, Mr. Musk and myself. We flirted a lot when he was like, I love this rebuild, Whimsy. Like, I'm in love with you. Love, love, love. Because I'm going to make trillions off of Whimsy's Sure, he loved me. I'm making people money, right? But then when I started to criticize him for endorsing Trump, the love affair quickly came to an end. Yes. Billionaires love you when you're making them money. Yes. He liked the Oasis one. He thought it was a great idea. And it was what he felt was what had to happen. You know, it was the Marshall Plan. I'm sure they'll adopt parts of it. And yeah. But you're on your own now, Mr. Musk. I shun you as a suitor. Yes. He backed the wrong woman. That's what, Vance? Oh my God, that's funny. Oh my God, you guys remember that little crush thing that was going on? Yeah, it came to an end, but it was fun. You know, at my age, I love it when a guy gets a crush on me. All right, laugh out loud. I'd love to show you what was happening in your chart. Oh, at the time when Musk had a crush on me? I thought I was losing my mind. It's not very often that a billionaire is getting a crush on you. It was a hell of a compliment. Till I realized it wasn't me that he had a crush on. No, he didn't have a crush on me. He had a crush on getting his trade out. And thus ended the brief love affair of Elon Musk and Dr. Whimsy. Yes. I have a special connection with him. Yeah, that's true. I mean, we both had fathers who were psychopaths. We've both had hard lives, but drugs are not the way to escape your problems in life. You know, I chant, like today I chanted for almost an hour before I started the stream. And I studied the life of Nichiren Daishonin, who was a Buddhist monk from the, was it 10th, 11th century? Remind me. And he said everybody's equal, men, women. We all are imbued with a Buddha nature, a part of us that can do amazing and powerful things. And through prayer, you want to tap into your highest and best self and strive to be happy, help others to be happy. It's a very simple practice. And if you can find a good, simple practice for yourself, I think that's a good. Oh my God, I would love to know what our charts were doing. I think somebody else did a chart for Musk and myself during that time when the date he got the rebuild on November 27th, 2023 was when he got a copy of Whimsy's rebuild. Give it to me. He went through like, this is great. He said to Netanyahu, we have to do this. We have to do this. Yeah, I think he liked my name too. The fact that it was written by somebody named Whimsy gave me extra points. I didn't know that the chart was weird. My concern is that other people came with other ideas, and then the Oasis one got watered down or turned into something. Oh, it was a soulmate energy. He's my soul brother. Yeah, I love Elon. I just think he's he's like a member of my family who's a psychopath. I have this incredible ability to love damaged people. I have this incredible ability because my father had his challenges, and in some ways, Elon reminds me of my father. Yeah, so I would love to see him get clean and sober and go back to what his original dream was. He wanted to build oasis all over the world. That was the other reason why we resonated, because we were both constructing oasis zones. I was constructing oasis zones, Elon was constructing oasis zones, and MBS from Saudi Arabia was creating oasis zones. And so we just started sharing data, first with Elon and IDF, and then with General El-Sisi, of course, of Egypt, and Muhammad, Prince Muhammad. So, yeah, there aren't a lot of people that can sit around and say, oh, I built an oasis zone. It is kind of a weird thing to do, right? I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think about that place he built? He's trying to build these. He wanted to build oasis zones for the homeless because he wanted to do something about San Francisco. But then he got into drugs. He fell into a very dark, evil, cruel. He really wasn't like this before. Temperamental, stubborn, determined. But before his child died, before the drugs, no, people didn't think about Elon like that. They thought he was funny and a little silly, like a child. He was like the Howard Stern of the tech world. That's kind of how we thought of him. A little naughty, a little racy, funny, flirting with the girls from Berkeley, total liberal, live and let live. Let's talk about thermoengineering and make love on my futon. It was burn some incense. Gotta always have candles burning. He's a 1970s boy. Boy, talk about changing in the worst possible way. Has anybody ever read the work of Daniel Amen? Daniel Amen does specs where he looks at brain health and what you can do to improve your brain health. Yeah, this is a different Elon. This is not the Elon that people knew from San Francisco. He was just a really cool person. And yeah. No, Daniel Amen, he's the one that does research on how to create a healthy brain. And you should check out his books. They're quite good. But he talks about the impact of certain drugs on your brain. And back when I've never done drugs really. But when after I got a divorce, I did go to a clinic in California. Is that what it's called? A marijuana clinic, and I got on marijuana therapy, and it helped me in many, many ways. But it also can hurt you, because if you do these long-term things, all pharmaceuticals, all these drugs, they have an impact on your brain. So he wrote a book. I think it was called, what was it called? Healthy Brain. I'll try and find this for you. Memory Rescue. Yeah, I would really check this book out. I think you guys will like it. Let me see if I can give you guys a link to it. Yeah, it's an interesting book. I've got a copy of it, and no, that's not it. I'm still learning how to do this present. Slides, PDFs, extra camera. Is that how you do it? No, that's not it. Sorry, you guys. Share screen. Oh, is that it? Share screen. Oh, there it is. It's just share screen. That's so easy. Memory Rescue. So if you're worried about, so like if you do long-term, alcohol damages your brain, and marijuana can cause higher risk of dementia. Yeah. So, and higher risk of schizophrenia, etc. So if you do these types of recommendations, he has a lot of really good recommendations on Memory Rescue, but you want to really make sure that your blood sugar is stable. And avoid toxins. He even doesn't like coffee. And that's one thing I really do love is my coffee. So I think it would be really hard for me to give up coffee. But if you're looking at the big no-nos, it's drugs. You know, you really want to only take whatever pharmaceuticals are required for your health. But you don't, over-medicating is very dangerous. You always want to start with diet, nutrition, exercise. But Memory Rescue is good. He recommends lots of fish oil, you know, like a teaspoon a day or a tablespoon a day, like reeking. You don't have to go crazy, but you want to make sure to have plenty of fish in your diet because it makes your blood really thin, so you're very unlikely to have a heart attack. It feeds the brain. It gets oxygen to the brain. It builds new brain. It builds new gray matter. Oh, Elon went to another event. His attention got diverted. Oh, wow. I need this for sure. Short term. Yeah, it's like clean up my brain. So what I'm trying to do is just clean up my brain. So I try to chant. It'd be great if I could do it twice a day. Chant, meditate, eat a clean diet, keep your fish oil up, and be in community, like go to church or synagogue or mosque or whatever, but try and have a consistent practice with a community that supports you. Like I need to reconnect with the SGI community, like because I kind of got disconnected with my fellow Buddhist out here in Portland because I used to go and chant in Los Angeles all the time. It's a little bit harder here in Portland, but find a community that's going to support you, and those are the things that we know are good for the brain. Is watch sugar and toxic foods, clean environment. Don't. Oh yeah, alternative nostril breathing. I heard something about that. Yeah, like drugs taken for the right reasons. Like sometimes you got to take an antibiotic. But we're talking about over medicating people, you know, too many medications. Yeah. Well, it was fun hanging with you guys. We hung for, we hung for over an hour. That was cool. Yeah. Did you guys have fun? Yeah, I hope so. All right. If you need to see me for a reading, you can book me through Booksy. You just book and I call you, or you can get quick readings through Wizio. All right. Be kind to all so that all will be kind to you too. God bless. Peace out. And we will see you next time. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much.